Perhaps the most common injury that we see as a result of a car crash is the herniated disc or the bulging disc. And the question comes up is, what's the difference? How do we tell the difference? A lot of that depends on the radiology read. What's the radiologist reading? A herniated disc typically is a greater protrusion of the disc outside the spinal or the vertebral column. A bulge is a little bit smaller, and if you think of it, and there's a million analogies for a herniated disc or a bulging disc. One that works out pretty well is a tire is made up of strands of typically iron or something all the way around it. If you ever burned a tire, you would see that it's made up of a bunch of individual parts. Well, your disc is kind of like that, and what happens when it's compressed and the disc, the outer edge is compromised, you can have a split. Or you can have, which is typically an annular tear, or you can have, when there's pressure or damage applied or injury, you can have where the disc bulges out, okay? And that's a disc bulge, sounds very simple. Or if there's more injury or more pressing, you can have what's called a herniation, where the disc actually shoots out into a certain area, sometimes circumferentially all the way around, sometimes to the right or the left, or to the front or the back. It really depends on each individual injury. But typically, the difference between a bulging disc and a herniated disc is just the size of the protrusion outside of the normal space of the disc.